Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again to On The Range. Now we're doing another episode today where I'm actually looking at two guns just because I don't think they require each their own video. But we're looking at the CYMA CGS system, which is a loose clone of the Marui MWS system. It's a system that gets a lot of hate in the forums, unwarranted I think. A lot of people jump on that bandwagon of hate, but I actually, in previous videos, had great results with such things. Now we're going to be looking at two models. This is the Noveske N4. It is slightly on the warmer side because I've yet to downgrade it. And we're also looking at the Strike Industries PDW, which has this funky little stock. It's a very short barrel. We did struggle with the Strike in the Gauntlet series. If you haven't watched that, go and watch it, because you've got such a tiny little inner barrel. It is freakishly loud. We're just going to jump in with some 0.3s and jump to 0.4s if necessary. We're going to use the CYMA Lancer mags. Now these have a bit of a funky hop system. We have to use a flathead screwdriver, so I've had to go rob one out the toolkit in the car. Now I'm just going to read these out to you because, and I'll show it on camera as well. But that camera, I think it doesn't really add much to the production of things. So we're going to shoot a couple of rounds through. We're at 1.5, 1.48. 1.48, 1.49, 1.44 and 1.43, so about 320 feet per second on the 0.3, 1.4 joules. Hopefully you can see that nice and clear there, because having the camera on the chrono is good to a point, but I just find after the editing it's struggling to see the actual digits, and it's not coming through super clear. So 1.5 joules. Let's just crack straight into this and see if we can hit this target at 45 meters. I'm just going to take my jacket off because it's interfering with the microphone. See if we can hit these targets. I have no idea where this hop is set, so we'll jump straight into it. So 45 with a 0.3. So we can hit the 45. Nice bit of recoil on this thing. Accuracy wise, not so good. We just hit the little red target at 55. So accuracy not as good as these things like the Ghetto Blaster and other MWS models, but still better than a VFC out the box, in my experience. I have to keep adding that because people get bent out of shape. But let's go for the 65. Got to be close to that. Just going to steal another mag. The only thing that I really didn't like with this out the box is the you might not see it on camera, but the stock tube is slightly bent to one side. It was like that out the box, but hasn't affected it so far. There you go, hit at 65 with a 0.3, so not bad at all. It's got the range. It's just not quite got the accuracy at distance. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to set the N4 to one side, just for now. Now the Strike Industries, that one's bog standard. The only thing I'm trying in this Strike Industries is seeing if a good, well-renowned, good hot rubber 4 the MWS platform, which is the Flamingo 60. Will that work in the CGS? Because someone was asking me about it in the Discord, and I was like, you know what, I'll throw a hot rubber in there and I'll give it a go and see what happens. If it's horrendous, then we know there's a bit of a compatibility issue there, but don't expect great accuracy out of this thing because it's such a short barrel. We didn't experience good accuracy or great accuracy in CQB, but here we go, 0.3. I might have to set the hop on this one because I have took the hop apart. Yeah, so it's very much louder. So the only annoying thing about these CGS is you have to come in with a screwdriver and I don't know if I'm turning it up or down. I'm turning it down, so I need to turn it up. So let's go anti-clockwise. See if this helps. We'll put a quick one through the chrono as well, just to see what the power's like. So at 0.8 joules, so a lot less on the power. Let's see if we can hit this. This gun is not built for outdoors, but right, too much hop, so we are getting good engagement. I'm not a massive fan of this hop system. With a normal MWS, you can put your finger through the magwell and just give it a bit of a rotation, but this one, I'll go down a couple of clicks. Go back up one. So you are going to struggle with this one in terms of the velocity and of course the accuracy. But the major test I wanted to do with this is just see if the Flamingo or, you know, aftermarket MWS hot rubbers will work. And they will. It took a while to get the 45. I think that's probably as good as we're going to get out of this thing, but we'll try. Yeah, we can reach the distance, but if you want good outdoor range and accuracy, this is probably not the best model. They do longer models. Now we could probably improve that with a nice barrel, but I think if you're going for this model in particular, the performance isn't out there at range. I'd predominantly buy this model, which is why I bought it, for CQB and indoors. With it being so short, aggressive and loud, that's really what it's meant for, but good recoil on it though. Hey, 55. Can we rinse the rest of these off in full auto? Let's see. Yeah, we can. While we've got some 3s in the mag, because I've got plenty of 3s with me today, but not 4s, and I've just realised I didn't put the camera on that. So we're going to have to rely on that camera for the short one. But you weren't missing much, to be honest. Let's go back to the long one. This is usually the size of rifle that people will go for. .45. .55. .65. Wow. Let's do some auto. And we're out of gas on that mag. I did experience one of these mags not liking accepting gas. So we'll just try put spurt in. And to be honest with you, I haven't gassed any of these Lancer mags up today, which is an oversight on my part. They're the only mags that I haven't gassed up because I think after I did all the MWS ones, I must have just got bored and subconsciously blocked it out. But yeah, I think the CYMA CGS, good for entry-level stuff. They have a lot of models in the range. If you're planning to sort of go and, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like heavily upgrade them. What I would say is probably go for like a normal MWS platform or like the Double Eagle range. Now, Double Eagle have released a lot of different models in the range now. They've done URGIs, they've done Mark 18s, they've done the Aeronoxes, they've done standard CQBR and SOC mod rifles. So you've got plenty of option there for your base. Most people will just buy a bog standard CQBR or something and just throw on their own accessories anyway. What I want to try now, which we might struggle with, is just putting some .4s in these mags. Now, I haven't yet found an adapter that likes to work with these magazines. So they work with the original speed loader that comes with the gun. So I'm just going to try and load these. Try and get some. You can kind of jerry rig an easy loader to work with it if we just kind of change the angle of engagement here. So the only reason we're going up to a 4 is to see if we can make an improvement, which I'm guessing we will. So we'll go with the Noveske N4 first, and we'll try again. So 0.4 gram BBs this time. Need a little bit more hop on this. Let's see if that helps. 45. I think we're maxed out on the hop, to be honest. I couldn't turn it anymore, but I was wondering what I was missing. I think the hop's kind of like settled itself off. So with a 4, let's try go to the 65. One shot, one kill, what's the deal? A little bit of a misfeed on a 4 there with full auto. So N4 works well on a 4. Now I'm going to remember this time to take off the camera, load it onto the short model. Luckily I can mess about like this, and Netsy can fix it in editing. Poor Netsy. But right, the short model, I'm going to give it a bit more hop. What I will say is the Flamingo 60 is definitely performing better in terms of hop application compared to the original rubbers. So that original rubber on the 3s even was maxed out. I could get 1 extra click. This one, hopping point 3s, is set about halfway. So changing the T8 hot rubbers out is a good choice. Now we're going to see if this little thing can perform any better on a 4. .45, 55, got some wild flyers going on. 65 with a .4. So it will help with heavy ammo. I think really this needs a barrel upgrade. Let's see if we experience the same double feed issue on a .4 on this model. Let's give it a rinse. No, seems absolutely fine. So yeah, I think the Flamingo 60s are going to be a great upgrade choice for your CYMA CGS systems. So that confirmed, which is just what I wanted to test today. And overall, not bad at all. They are cheaper guns. They don't quite run on the same MWS system as the others, but I think if you want that compatibility, just pick a Marui or a Double Eagle or a Salvo or a Toxicant. But for what they are and what they cost, honestly, not too bad. So thanks for tuning in with us on the range here at 6mm Airsoft. There'll be a link in the description where you can go find 6mm Airsoft's website to get more info on their game days. They've got an absolutely cracking site here, one of the best I've seen, to be honest. And the CYMA CGS systems didn't do too bad at all. This one struggled with light ammo, still struggled with heavy ammo, to be honest, in terms of accuracy, but we are running a very short, probably over-volumed barrel. So there's a lot of excess air coming out of that thing, which is like a loudener on the end. So it's super loud, super aggressive. Maybe stick this small model to CQB with the longer models. You know, phenomenal performance out the box. So thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you liked it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. There'll also be a link in the description to join the Jaeger Precision Discord community. And from me and the CYMA CGS platforms, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.